Hi, my name is Nick Santamaria, and I've been teaching for OLLI for about 7 or 8 years. I don't remember, but I really enjoy it. And my field of expertise is the history of show business. And my real field of expertise is comedy, the history of comedy. Now, in the history of comedy, there were three great silent movie comedians. One of them was Buster Keaton, the great stone face. The other two were Charlie Chaplin and Harold Lloyd. Now, Chaplin and Lloyd were both excellent businessmen, not so much Buster. He had a very tough time of it, and it's an amazing story of resilience and climbing back. And it's inspiring, it's funny, it's sad, and it's compelling. I think you'll enjoy it. What I do is I lecture about them and I show you film clips to back it up. We'll even be watching short comedies he made throughout his career. He was an amazing physical comedian. He risked his life almost on a daily basis. He once broke his neck doing a stunt and continued finishing the scene, not knowing he broke his neck. He found out about 15 years later at a doctor's appointment. So, this amazing story is yours if you want to join us Mondays, 9:30 a.m. until 11. We start October 7th. I'd love to see you there. Join us. It's a lot of fun. We'll see you soon.
Hi, my name is Lisa Wickstead with Connections Yoga, and I'm really excited to share with you in this OLLI session, Gentle Chair Yoga for Gut Health. I'll be offering this class for 6 weeks starting October 7th. It'll run on Mondays from 2:30 to 3:30. And the focus of this class is to help alleviate any stomach discomforts and to help move in ways to make your digestive system work more effectively and more efficiently. And of course, we'll be using a chair and seated and standing poses to help increase stability and balance. And in addition, we'll be increasing our balance, our strength, our flexibility, and our coordination. Now, over the course of the 6 weeks, we'll be looking at different ways that we can move to benefit the digestive system and improve gut health. And that may include twists, folds, stretching the abdominal region, compressing the abdominal region, passive massage, and breathing, all different ways that you can improve the digestive system. So I'm really excited to share this class with you. I hope that you'll join me and move towards a healthier gut health and digestive system. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Hi there, I'm Jamie Zimchek, and this is my third year teaching writing classes for OLLI. This term, I'm going to be teaching writing for impact. F. Scott Fitzgerald once said, "You don't write because you want to say something. You write because you have something to say." In this limited enrollment course, we'll be working to help you better learn how to say that's something you have to say. In this class, I'll be your coach and editor as you craft and refine a short piece of writing. Over 5 sessions, we'll review the essentials of good writing, explore different genres, refresh any writing skills that need refreshing, and work to help you find your own writer's voice. Our focus will be short essay and short story writing, from descriptive and narrative to humor and feature news writing. Each class will include a lecture and then a short in-class activity. After each session, there will be suggested writing exercises to work on at home. As we progress, you'll turn your focus to writing and refining one short essay or story. I edit 2 monthly publications here on the coast, so as we finish class, you'll finesse final edits and get your story ready to print if you so desire. Our classes are held on Mondays, starting October 7th from 4 to 5 p.m. Central, 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern, and that's Writing for Impact. I hope you'll join us.
Hi, my name is Emmanuel Abramovitz, and I will be teaching a class called Music, Controversies, and Curiosities. It will be on Tuesdays, Tuesdays for 6 weeks at 9 a.m., starting on October the 8th. And I will be teaching about the most interesting scandals in the history of classical music first. There will be several chapters, Wagner, a lot of Gustav Mahler, Beethoven, Bach. There have been many scandals. Stravinsky had the most interesting scandal in the history of classical music. Then we'll go to second chapter, will be Broadway. Broadway will be related to political correctness, how we see shows written some 80 years ago that have been questioned today. But are we allowed to change America's cultural heritage, adapting those Broadway shows to the sensibilities of today. But but there's something interesting. There are shows that due to the pandemic have been revised, even new shows that are right now on the run. So that's very interesting if we should change them, adapt them to those sensibilities. Then we'll talk about rock music and pop music. There have been very interesting cases of plagiarism, of racial prejudice, etc. that we'll talk about. And finally, something very interesting is that my students, this is a class when I have taught it for several other institutions, I have received more feedback than ever before. So some students of mine have given me information, enough information to start another chapter called cultural appropriation, which is another interesting issue with music and scandals and controversies. And finally, the final class will be dedicated to technology, artificial intelligence, and yeah, the threats and yeah, what is ahead of us? What's the future? What's the present and the future of music? So you are invited, music, controversies, and curiosities, scandals in the history of music on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. for 6 weeks, starting October the 8th. Thank you. See you online.
Hi, everybody. My name is Greg Ehrbar. I've worked in film and television, and I've written a bunch of books. But this time we are going to be talking about uh, the thing that seems to come up a little too soon every year, the holidays. But we're going to treat this like it's a little vacation each week because we're going to revisit the Christmas specials that were cartoons that everybody or almost everybody have grown up with or shared with their families, and the new ones that came along afterwards that you added to your favorites. But we're going to look at them in a lot of detail, and there's a lot of specials. But the top five, which I like to call my festive five, are Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and its sequel, Year Without a Santa Claus, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, A Charlie Brown Christmas, and Frosty the Snowman. Now that was 6 because of Year Without a Santa Claus, but I'll explain all that. We're going to visit the studios where these shows were made, some of them international, and like Disney and Hanna-Barbera, and especially Rankin Bass Productions, which to this day is the major creator of the most holiday specials and some of the most successful ever made. We're going to find out who they were and what they did. And we'll see a lot of familiar and favorite characters, starting with Mr. Magoo, who did the first holiday animated special, the Peanuts specials, the Flintstones, the Smurfs, even, believe it or not, He-Man and She-Ra, of all people. And we're going to see very famous people. James Cagney did a holiday special, well, sort of a holiday special, and Walter Matthau, and of course, Fred Astaire and Jimmy Durante and Mickey Rooney. They're all going to be with us. And so I'd like for you to be with us here with me in Christmastown, the home of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The show, the class is called Holly Jolly Holly Jolly Days, the golden age of animated holiday specials. Going to be on Zoom on Tuesdays, October 8th through 29th, November 5th through 12th, from 9:30 to 11 Eastern Time. In the words of Sam the Snowman, pull up an ice block and lend an ear.
Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Lyons. I'm a freelance writer, and I've written quite a bit on animation, and I'd like to share some of that information with you in my new class called Disney's Animation Renaissance. And in this class, you'll take a trip back in time in Disney history. The class will be held on Tuesdays, October 8th, 15th, and 22nd from 2:30 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And what you're going to do is we're going to take a chronological trip through an incredible era in Disney animation where animation made a comeback like it never had before, thanks to artists who believed in the power of storytelling and the hallmarks of Disney. We'll begin in the 70s and 80s when animation struggled to keep a foothold in the industry. And then we will look at all of the classic films that Disney made during the decade of the 1990s. The Little Mermaid in 1989, which kicked everything off. We will look at Beauty and the Beast, which made history as the first animated film nominated for the Best Picture Oscar. We'll look at Aladdin and how the comic genius of Robin Williams not only released the genie, but created a tremendous success for Disney. We'll look at how The Nightmare Before Christmas, which was a stop motion marvel, went from a forgotten film to a tremendous success. How The Lion King sent animation into the blockbuster stratosphere. How Toy Story created an important relationship between Disney and Pixar. We'll also talk about Mulan, which was a change of pace for Disney. Tarzan, where Disney animated a familiar character. Toy Story 2, one of the most famous sequels of all time. Fantasia 2000 with its connections to Walt Disney himself, and much, much more. During the 3 weeks, you'll also gain insight from the artists who created these films and were the architects of this amazing era in Disney history. Disney's Animation Renaissance is a class that will resonate with film fans, with Disney enthusiasts, and anyone who's been inspired by these beloved films. Thank you.
I'm Marnie Richards, and I am teaching chair yoga on Tuesdays, 2:30 to 3:30 for 6 sessions, and we'll be on Zoom, so you can practice from your living room. And what's really important to understand about chair yoga is it is real yoga. It has all the benefits of yoga, which are to help increase your strength, to help increase and maintain your balance, to help with your breathing, with your range of motion, with your focus. And the practice is all done with yoga postures and other movements, both seated, and all the practice in each week can be done seated if you choose that, or standing, using a chair for balance, to help you with movement, so to move into balance poses, moving into a tree pose, to step in and out of poses, to assist you moving into a warrior pose. Hands can always be on the chair. They can leave the chair if that feels comfortable. And the real focus of this class, of this whole practice, is helping you to learn how to adjust all the motions, all the asanas or yoga postures to really suit your own body. So to suit your range of motion, any limits you have in movement, your energy for the day, your background, your experience with yoga, so that I'll always be showing and offering different ways of doing things so that the practice really feels like it suits you and it's tailored to you each week based on how your energy level is and how you're doing that week. So I hope to see you in October.
I'm Gina Kinchlow. I am a recently retired university business professor and a very proud baby boomer, and I am really excited to be teaching a class for the very first time with FSU OLLI this fall. The class is called Marketing Your Small Business, and this class is going to meet online for 6 weeks starting on Thursday, October the 10th. We will start at 1 o'clock and we will run through with no breaks for 90 minutes until 2:30 p.m. Let me share a few interesting statistics with you that I think might get you interested. Studies are showing that entrepreneurs age 50 plus are among the most successful, profitable small business leaders. About 1/3 of all small companies in the United States are owned by people who are like you and me, perhaps 55 and older. And these are the firms that are most likely to survive. More than half of America's small business owners are over 50, with 33% of them between 50 and 59 years old, 17% between 60 and 69, and 4% at 70 or older. So if you're thinking about starting your hustle, this 6-week course will walk you through the basic fundamentals for marketing a small business successfully. Commonly referred to as the 6 Ps, we're going to explore everything from products to people, to prices and promotion, and how to strategically use each to position your small business idea for success. In addition to being a really proud baby boomer, I'm the principal consultant at KCO Marketing. It's a little home-based consulting practice where we specialize in strategic planning and content marketing, training and development, and campaigns. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about maybe starting that small business that you've always been thinking about, I really hope to see you in my class, starting with marketing your small biz. Hope to see you there.
Hi, I'm Margaret Gamble, and I'll be your host as we explore the novel Mr. Jimmy from Around the Way. Each of us is more than the worst thing we've ever done. So opens the novel Mr. Jimmy from Around the Way, written by Jeffrey Blunt. James Henry Ferguson, also known as Mr. Jimmy, arrives in Ham, Mississippi, seeking shelter from his sins. After a tumultuous and very public fall from grace, he's ready to exit the limelight and evaluate his life and his choices. Ultimately, his reflection is a painful reckoning of true self, considering failure, self-discovery, empowerment, and the possibility of redemption. We will discuss the high points of the plot, the anticipated outcomes and predictions, and the relevancy of this story to modern-day public figures and our own lives. As we read this novel, we will uncover those sins, discover his history, and walk with Mr. Jimmy on his path to redemption. In our last session, author Jeffrey Blunt, who is one of the kindest individuals I've ever met, will join us to take questions about the book, his writing process, or anything else we may ask. Each participant will receive a copy of this novel as part of your registration. So I look forward to seeing you on October 10th, 17th, and 24th. Those are Thursdays, between 5:30 and 7 o'clock Central Time, as we explore Mr. Jimmy from Around the Way. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Madeline Hersiger-Carr. Currently, I am with my family in Switzerland, leaving the cool waters of Wakala behind for a brief period. My two-day class is called International Conflict in Wakala. Of course, the word Wakala is to orient you to the area that I've had the exciting opportunity to research. The confusion about the name is part of what you'll discover. Please sign up to explore why the world's largest and deepest freshwater spring, Wakala Spring, offers a looking glass into the Second Spanish period, 1783 through 1818. I will take you on a journey that is worthy of a soap opera. The British left Florida in 1783 after the losing the War of American Independence. Florida reverted to Spain. There was no border between the new USA and the Creek borderlands, nor was there a border south of Georgia with Spain, whose land extended from the Atlantic to the Mississippi River. The international intrigue begins at Wakala Spring. Who would resolve the confusion at this border situation, and who took this confusion as an opportunity to trade with Creek communities? Of the five southward flowing rivers in Florida's Big Bend, only two, the Wakala and the St. Marks rivers, were shielded from invaders arriving by sea from the Gulf of Mexico. Spain hastily decided to continue building the Fuerte San Marcos de Apalache at the confluence of the two rivers. The short Wakala River was a perfect location to exchange trade goods, including weapons for native hides and honey. The British left, Spain returned, and the USA began to scheme. Wakala was at the heart of international conflict. I look forward to meeting you on October the 30th.
Hi, Stan Rosenthal here, and I'd like to invite you to my Tree ID hike. And this year we're going to do it at the Bear Creek Education Center. It's part of the Talquin State Forest. It's in Gadsden County. It's a beautiful hike. It's along this ravine. It's got this really beautiful, diverse hardwood forest along it. There's an adjacent pine forest. At the bottom of the ravine is a pretty little stream with a pond. There'll be something for everybody. If you're pretty much a tree expert, I'll challenge you. If it's your first time, don't worry. We'll take it from the basics and get some good fundamentals in. Um, the hike is from 10 till 2. It'll be October 25th. We're going to pack a lunch and hike along the trail. We have a rain date of November 1st. Hope to see you there.
Starting Thursday, October 10th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in the course The Ancient Art of Mesoamerica, we encounter pyramids, sacred twins, and hallucinogens used to summon the gods. My name is Hugh Lehman. Together, our artistic journey begins by looking at the sacred text of the ancient Maya, the Popol Vuh, often referred to as the Maya Bible. The stories in this sacred text appear throughout our course, manifesting in incredible artworks and architecture. Beyond the ancient Maya, we uncover the so-called mother culture of Mesoamerica, which largely preceded the Maya and exerted incredible influence on them. We discover the mysterious Teotihuacan culture and its massive temples, unique murals, and urban centers, as well as the Zapotec culture and the way that these societies interacted and influenced one another. Importantly, we will explore how these ancient cultures are not merely a part of the past, as we discover the modern art and worldview of the Zapotec and Maya living throughout the Americas today. Through this course, we will begin to uncover the idea of not just these cultures, but how you can construct a group of people to come together to build phenomenal things. Ultimately, the answer lies in using stories and visual art to prove that the stories are true, to influence the minds of the masses. This will begin to set our course in motion and connect a deep past with our world today. I hope that you will join us starting Thursday, October 10th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Ancient Art of Mesoamerica. Thank you very much.